Welcome to Class Time, your daily classroom for CSEC and CAPE subjects. It's now time for CSEC Social Studies. I am Nikita Barnett Hamilton. Today's objectives are: 1. I want you to be able to compare the different unions in the Caribbean. I want you to construct a diagram highlighting the roles and responsibilities of family members. I also want you to highlight factors that may lead to a breakdown in the family. And finally, recognize that executing each role effectively strengthens the family, right? So, based on those objectives, you would know that we are still on the family. Last class, we looked at what a family is, we looked at the functions of the family and types of family. Today, we're going to be looking at the types of unions in the Caribbean, and we're also going to be looking at roles, relationships, and responsibilities in the family. All right, ready? Ready? All right, if you're not ready, so ready. Ready? All right, because I am ready. We're no joking. So, I have with me here 2 elastic bands, right? By themselves, they're just by themselves. They're individuals. However, if I were to put them together like this, you ever used to play Chinese skipper, you know, so you have to do this and merge them together? Right. If I put them together like this, they would become one. They're joined. And that is exactly what a union is. A union is where persons come together, they're joined together, they work together, or they may just do whatever they want together. So, the first thing we want to look at today, so we've gone through the objectives, are the unions. Here we have legal marriage, common law or consensual union, and we have visiting relationships. Tum 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 no 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 no. From your ear that you know say is here comes the bride. So marriage, though, is not all about the bride and getting all cute and looking put on a tux and all of that. A marriage is a serious contract, and we're going to get into that a little more. The common law union, take a man, take a woman, call him your own. Visiting relationship, let's save that one. Let us define legal marriage. According to our Caribbean standards, a marriage is a union formed through a legal contract between a man and a woman or 2 consenting adults, right? Now, this union can only be ended in divorce. Oh, divorce, kind of sad, but there are different things that may lead to a divorce. However, I don't want you to confuse divorce with annulment, right? Now, annulments from the day one, the marriage never real. Like it just did not happen. There were certain things that would have caused the breach. Perhaps the person was married before and did not get a divorce, or they put gun on them head and say, if you don't marry me, you know, say, me I go do you something. Or perhaps they just did not use their correct names. So there are different things that can cause a marriage to be annulled. So you may go through all the shebangs, but the court may say, this was not a marriage in the first place. Divorce, on the other hand, you went through the process legally. It was recognized by law. However, both parties decided that I want to call it quits. And you can't just decide, say, I want to be quits, and you move out and then that's divorce. No, because marriage is a legal process, so too is divorce. You have to go through the process and you have to get a certificate of divorce like you would have gotten when you got married. All right? So that's the first union that we looked at in the Caribbean. Our next one is common law or consensual union. Now, the common law union, what the Rasta would have said, you know, as me say, you take a woman and you call her your wife. You take a man and you call him your husband. Him belong to me, she belong. Never matter what the heap of niceness, but put on frack and go on with all that. No, 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 no. We know, sir, we love each other. We know, sir, we want to live together. So let's just call it a day. So let's just read the formal definition. This union exists between a man and a woman who are not legally married, shares a shares a sexual union and a common residence by mutual agreement. So, as I say, they're together. They decide they want to live together, and while they're living together, naturally they're going to have sex. Them together. Them not brother and sister. Them not cousins. They are together, and out of this union, we may have children, right? This union is becoming extremely popular in the Caribbean. Raise your hand if you were born into a common law union. Let me do a survey, yes? Put up your hand. Thank you. I like the production crew is so awesome. Me too. Like most of us here were born into that union. Jennifer and Sparks, them never married. As a matter of fact, not too long ago they married, and I am fine. So in essence, while marriage is the legal way to go, we do not condemn the children that came as a result of the common law union. It's not we tell them for not married. You get what I'm saying? Right. So that is common law union. Let us look now at visiting relationship. Visiting. When you hear visiting, what comes to your mind? Yeah, like you hear one little Shensia song playing in your head? Yeah, the side chick kind of song? All right. Now, the visiting relationship, you just go look for the man, look for the woman, whenever you feel convenient, whenever you feel to catch up a structure, or you know, say, here what happened. Me and you, not in a none of formal none. Whenever it is that I feel like I want to satisfy myself sexually, that is when I come and visit you. The person or one person perhaps may be married, which is not right at all. However, it happens. It can be also that they just decide that I want to be single, and whenever I want to satisfy that sexual urge, then we engage in sexual activities. They visit each other whenever they want. This, though, may lead to children because it's sex, right? And you just want one sperm to fertilize the egg and call it a day. Here comes Nikita, right? So that can happen. These children are often called illegitimate children. I don't love it either because the thing is this, I did not decide that they should go about doing it like that, right? However, societal standards often call these children illegitimate. Fortunately, these things have been shifting as time progresses. However, that is what the visiting relationship is about. Are you following me so far? So we've looked at legal marriage, we've looked at common law or consensual union, we've looked at visiting relationship. All right, let me see if we not learn. Quick recap. I like to do my recap in between and make sure so we're paying attention and we are going, all right? All right, yes, Brian, you're the person that I want to, I see you there, I see you, focus, let's go. The first question is, what is the difference between an annulment and a divorce? Give you 2 seconds to think about it, think about it, think about it. Okay, good. So the annulment, where I say, miss the marriage never happened in a real life. Like, miss it never, the court not sanction it. Yes, then breach it. Okay, good. And the divorce, you're saying, is a legal ending of a marriage. Clap yourself. Well done. I know you guys are brilliant, you know. Brilliant, right. And the next one, what is the difference between common law union and visiting relationship? What is the difference? Common law union, the woman take a man and call her husband and the man take her and call it. Okay, so in essence, the common law union, you have two consenting adults deciding that they want to live together and engage in sexual relations without being married, right? And this union may lead to children. The visiting one, however, we do not have them what? Living together, you are correct. They don't live together, however, they engage in sexual relationships, and this may lead to children. You are doing very good. You are doing very, 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 very good. Clap yourself again. All right, let us continue. We are now going to be looking at roles, responsibilities, and relationship of members in the Caribbean family, right? So you know what family means, you know the functions and types of family, and you also know the different unions which exist in the Caribbean. Now, if you are a part of a family, if you are a part of a union, it comes with roles and responsibility. You can't just live so. No, you have to know what you're about and how you can strengthen the family. Is that so? All right, let's go. We want to understand what is your status versus your role. Status, role. Come with me. Status, role. Status, role. All right, good. So, what is your position in the family? I want you to think about it now. You're in your family. What would you say is your position in that family? All of we have a position, so don't tell me you don't have no position. You have a position. Oh, you have more than one position. You look all confused and puzzled like, well, how do I do this? I have more than one. All right, fret not, fret not. It is possible to have more than one position. All right, continuing. So, your status within a family, there are certain behaviors that are expected of you. You must do certain things. When these expected behaviors are called roles. Right? Called what? Roles. So your expected behavior called roles. Now, for example, as a son or a daughter, there are certain things expected of you in the household, don't? And that which you're expected to do is called your role. You're thinking about a role? Yes. As a woman, you may also have to perform certain roles, perhaps as a mother or as a wife. And that is also true for a man. You may have to perform the role as a daddy or as a husband. Continuing. I hope you're following me. So let us now look at what is your status. We understand that your role is your expected behavior. So then, if that's my role, what do you mean by my status, miss? What do you mean? I still look on your face. Don't worry, let's do this together. All right. So your status is your social position within the family. Repeat that after me. My status is my social position within the family. Good? All right. So our status in the family will determine the role we have to play. Every individual occupies a position in the family. Every one of us. And I would have said that earlier. All of us. So whether it is that you're a son, you're a daughter, you're a mother, you're a father, you're a husband, or you're a wife. That is your position. And based on that position, you are expected to carry out certain what? The R word. Certain roles. Very good. Very, 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 very good. So, I've given you a second. Think about it. What is your position in your family? Think about it. I can tell you. I am a daughter. I am a wife. Means that. These things? Right. What are you? John Mark? So you are a brother and you are a son. Very good. Very good. What are you, Lisi? You are a daughter and you are a sister. You're cousin to me. Say enough things. Okay, that's fine. That's so fine. All right. I carried with me two friends. Right? Two friends. My two friends, this is Mr. Banana, and then this is Miss Papaya. They're gonna be having a dialogue, because I realized that they went to the tuck shop and Mr. Banana never really understand, and Miss Papaya tried to bring some clarity to it. And in the same breath, I want to encourage you to make sure that you're having your fruits even in this time and this season. It's important. All right? So here goes now the dialogue. Here, Mr. Papaya, Banana, him no. What do you mean by status? I don't understand what Mr. does say. I don't understand. Mrs. Papaya, she know. Well, status and position is basically the same thing. It speaks to your relation to other family members. I still not understand. I still not understand. You're hard to understand. Make you stay like that. I wanted to say the D word, but all right, I could come. You're not done. So you just pick it up right away. Let us go. So, let us go. Let us go again. Right? So, you are my brother and you are also a son. Not true. That is your status in the family. So, you are brother and you are son. That means you have a status as a brother and as a son. Oh, I get it now. So it's like, oh, you are a daughter and a sister. Yes. Okay, my sister. Thank you very, very, very much. So you must get it. I believe you get it. I believe you're having a conversation to say, oh, that status mean. Same thing, position and status are the same thing. Okay, you understand. All right? Now that you understand, we're going to go there. I'm going to put down my fruits a little bit, but I want you to follow me. We're going to be looking a little at the roles and responsibilities of family members. Roles and responsibilities of family members. In the last class, we looked a bit at the extended family. I want you to reflect on your grandmother, if you have any, or somebody in your family that is elderly, perhaps carries out a particular role. Think about them. What are some of the things that they are expected to do in the family? What? You're seeing it? All right. So tell me now some of the things that your grandmother helps you with. All right. Come, Nydia, you tell me what your grandmother helps you with. Yes, your grandmother makes sure that you get good food. Your grandmother helps you out with mommy when mommy gone to work. That is very good, very good. All right. Come now. You tell me, Neville, what your grandmother helps you with. Your granny soap your pants. I see it. Your pants too tight. Your pants too tight. We're going to let it out as a matter of fact. Grandma, stop it. What else did your grandmother help you with that is beneficial? That grandma too hot too. Okay, grandmother teach you things like about the culture and so. All right, very good. My grandmother would have taught me stuff. I would have seen my grandmother make pudding. You know the Ella top, Ella bottom, hallelujah in the middle. I saw that from my grandmother. So one of the responsibilities of the grandparents is to assist parents in the upbringing of children. Right? To ensure that the traditions are passed down from the young ones and they help to take care of the children in their absence. Right? And rightly, all of that what they said, when mommy not there, daddy not there, grandma steps in. The culture part. A lot of us are not so fair with our culture. We don't know where we're going. How many of you know if you do dinky mini? How many of you know those things? How many of you know about our heritage and our culture? We know that, or we only know modern day things? No. It is important that these things are passed down from generation to generation. And most times, it's the grandparents that would see to it. Them sit you down and tell a story and say, this is story time. Or them start telling you when Duppy did push them off of the bed, or all of those things. The grandma or grandpa, they do that. Let us look now at, for example, the role of the wife. In the family, we know that the wife ought to attend to the needs of her spouse, to love him, to cherish him. And if it is that it's not a legal marriage, but it is a common law or consensual union, the female in that relationship ought to attend to the needs of her spouse, ought to cherish and take care of him. And the same is true about the husband. The husband is expected to attend to the needs of his wife, cherish and love her. All right? Next, we're looking at the father. Tell me what your father do. Don't tell me say I don't have no father. Don't do it. Don't do that, man. I don't understand. All right, remember somebody, I know everybody not have father. Come, man. Let us talk. I feel a way about it, but let us also respect those who have. You just got to jump up, Miss Milana father. There are good fathers in this country, in this world. So let us appreciate that. And you're going to be a good father, don't it? Yes. Yes, man. So, what your father do to you? Him give you lunch money. Daddy tell you that him love you? Him hug you up and kiss you and these things? Good. So, the father is supposed to provide a sense of security for his family, and he's also expected to satisfy the basic needs and wants, right? We now move to the mother. The mother socializes her children to conform to the values of society and to provide the basic needs of the children. We understand those, don't we? Do? Yes, we do. So, you notice I didn't put brother, sister, daughter, or son. I want you on your own now to say, what are my roles and responsibilities? I want you to be writing down your responsibilities as a son, as a brother, as a daughter, as a sister. Write that down right now. May I give you a few seconds, and I expect them to be forthcoming. Right? As a sister, you're supposed to help with your sisters and your brother. Good. As a son, you're supposed to obey your parents. Yes, obey your parents. Same thing as a daughter. And as, very good, very good, very good. Give yourself a clap. You're paying attention, and I appreciate you just coming along with me. All right, let's go. We're moving on. You know, I believe in reflection. I believe in reflection, and you ought to believe in it too. Because in this journey called life, we have to ensure that we pause every now and then and see if we're doing that which we ought to and where we can catch up ourselves and be better individuals. All right. Have you been struggling with your status in the family? Like you're saying, I'm not sure about this brother thing. I'm not sure about this wife thing. I'm not sure about this husband thing. Have you been struggling with it? Have you been struggling with it? All right. I know that some of you, your parents will have to help you, but they're sitting and paying attention. Are you carrying out your roles effectively as a brother, as a son, as a daughter, as a sister? Are you carrying out those roles? Are you carrying like you give your best 100%? No? Yes? All right. If not, I want you to just think about it. How can I be a better brother? How can I be a better sister? How can I be better in just making sure that my family is really bearing the fruits that it ought to? Because imagine being in a family and you are not doing your part. Then you're going to make the family pop down. You're going to make the family mash up. It's like having a bucket and you're boring holes in it. And we don't want that, do we? No. So I'm encouraging you. Just do your best in your family. Carry out your role. Wash up the dishes. Tidy up the bathroom. Obey your parents. Right now you're at home. Make sure you do your assignments. Take care of your gadgets. Take care of all of those things. You have some roles. Just make sure you do them and do them from a good place. All right? Now, unity in the family. As difficult as it may be sometimes, it is important that family members maintain a healthy relationship. We have to try our best. I know say some people like say family are crisis. I know family. No, do it. Marky, you may not be with everybody, but you can do your part and make sure that the family comes out to be gelling properly. So what can you do to make sure that there is unity in the family? Or when you're writing for your CSEC examination, what would you write? You would ensure that communication is taking place effectively in the family. You would ensure that you spend time together, not go to the beach together, laugh together, sit down in the sofa together, eat together, lie down on the ground, go outside, spend time together. Support each other in everything that you're doing. Support and love up each other. Be loyal and have respect for your family members. And these are just some of the ways. They are not exhausted because I know that you're thinking about other ways as to how I can make sure there is unity in the family to ensure that we have a healthy relationship. Think about them, add to these. But these 4 that are here, just make sure that you're able to explain them for your exam and also be an example to live them out and make sure that our families are stable in Jamaica and the world. All right. Now, what are some of the things that lead to breakdown in families? No can say. Bad mind, yes, bad mind acting for true. Bad mind can lead to it. What else? Them no ear. Yes, I hear in you. Yeah. What? Or them not give no privacy. All right, that is true. That is so true. So I have here 4 things that may lead to breakdown in the family, and I'm sure that you will have others, right? So the first one, family size and spacing of children. Sometimes when the family just bigger go on, you find that persons begin to feel uncomfortable. You have some persons who are introverts, and when there are too many persons around them, they tend to withdraw and pull away themselves. And if you have one member of your family being hurt, is everybody that. So you want to ensure that even as you prepare for adulthood, even as you prepare for parenthood, that you think about your family size. How many children do you want? How are you going to space them? You don't want to just have them braps after one another. So you have one and then another one just come. All right? No, you want to also ensure that you are financially stable. Financially stable. Put up your hand if you know of any money that mom is saving for you. Mom is saving any money for you, like she said, this is for you to go to university. This is for you to get your books. All right? But poverty is a wicked act, you know. You see, when you're hungry, you see, when you can't get the things then that you need, oh my God, I mean, I think about one. I mean, I talk about Jordans and these things and iPhone and those things. No, that you need food, clothing, and shelter. It will make you think all sorts of unscrupulous things. Therefore, it is important that we save, that we invest. Because when you don't have the money, when you're lacking those necessary things in your household, it will lead to a breakdown in the family. It will lead to a breakdown in any kind of family, extended, nuclear, sibling, any one of them, it will lead to a breakdown. So it is important that you, from now, have the desire to save. If your parents are not saving just yet, encourage them. I know most of you are at home and you may not be getting any allowance, but sometimes one auntie come and say, yeah, catch up and wipe your hand, like, put some of it aside, save it, encourage your parents to save. It is important, very important, because people fight over money, you know, people go on bad because they're lacking these things. And like I was saying, when things get difficult and hard, they end up as criminal elements, sadly so. So before you think about having your families, make sure that you are at least able to provide the basic needs. Next one is sudden change in the composition of the family, right? You have to, so you have a child already, or you have your husband, you have your significant other, you have some cousin, you have somebody that is living with you, and there is a new family member coming, whether it is via pregnancy or you take somebody from country come live with you because they want to make sure so them go to university, or somebody just migrating and decided, I'm going to be living here now. You have to ensure that it is communicated properly, and while it is communicated properly, there needs to be willingness on the part of all the members to make sure that the family grows stronger together and not apart. Because the truth is, shifting a dynamic of a family can make you feel so comfortable. Here comes a new member. Here comes a new member. You want to ensure that in everything that you are doing, this member feels apart. Because when you don't feel apart, the family is going to break right down. So think about the composition and the dynamics of your family before doing anything. Whether you're going to have a child, if you get pregnant and you did not plan, make sure that you are able to invite others to come, sit with you, counsel you, guide you through the process. All right? Now, the next one is inability to carry out one's roles. Inability to carry out one's roles. We just looked at your roles, your responsibilities. If you are not carrying out your roles effectively as a sister, as a daughter, as a husband, as a brother, whatever it is, it will cause frustration in the family. Not true. Not true. If every time mommy said to you, Brandon, wash the dishes, and mommy come from work and at 7 o'clock you have a pile of dishes in the sink, well, what do you expect? Mommy pressure go up. Mommy go doesn't want to lick you down, but she don't want police lock her up. She sit down and count from 1 to 10, or if she's into Jesus, she go pray, right? However, you could have lessened that, by just doing the dishes. Mommy said to you, make sure you do your homework. I have to go. You're a big boy now, you're a big girl, you're 17, 16, you're not baby, you don't need nobody for you wipe your nose. Why you can't stay at home and do your work properly, do all your SBAs, do all that you need to do so mommy and daddy can be proud. So if you don't carry out your roles properly, then there is going to be a problem. Same is true for the mother. Same is true for the father, the husband, or the wife. Everybody needs to ensure that they are carrying out their roles effectively so we don't have a breakdown in the family. Are you following me so far? Yes, you are following me. So what is one of the roles that can lead, one of the things that can lead to breakdown in the family? Right? Family spacing and size. They might have too much children, miss. Too much children and not think about it. Yes, it's true. Next thing, financial difficulties. Don't have no money. You have to make sure that you are stable financially to carry your family through properly. Sudden change in the composition, in the makeup of the family. Somebody come from country, another baby come, cousin come and live. You have to make sure these things are agreed on and walk through them. You're practicing because you have to write these things properly in essay format for CSEC. You have to do well, right? And the last one we said, the inability to carry out one's role. Do your part properly. It's different if you are not able to versus you can and you don't do it. So if you get sick and you can't do it, we understand, or you may just be having some challenges. It's different. Make sure that you do your part and do it effectively, right? Now, I want you to look at this assignment that we have here, right? This assignment is dealing with generation gap. We can't skip it. Can't skip it. And TVJ is here. They are ready and willing to accept your responses. Ready and willing to communicate with you. Make sure you do this assignment. All I'm asking is that you define generation gap. Explain what it means. What generation gap means. And you can go to notesmaster.com. You can get more information on it. You are able to do great things. All right? So that's the assignment out of the way. Let us walk with me now from the top. What did we look at? Were we able to cover all the objectives? All right? So one, you know what the unions are. Not true? So remember, I use the elastic band here to show you. So when you see elastic band, you think about marriage. You must think about common law and consensual union. You must also think about visiting relationships. And you must be able to write them properly. So for example, on the CSEC paper, they may ask you to define marriage or differentiate between common law and visiting relationship. Will you be able to do that? I'm trusting that you will be able to. And make sure you form your sentences properly. Make sure you write your paragraphs properly. After that, we looked at the roles and responsibilities of family members. We know that in the family, different persons have different roles. They have different responsibility. And you have to ensure that, again, you draw the diagram. Let me go back to this diagram right here. Coming with me. Yes, that one. Very good. Thank you. this diagram, it don't have to look exactly like that. One of the objectives is asking that you are able to construct something that highlights the roles and responsibilities of the family members. Do something that shows the roles and responsibilities of your grandparents, of the wife, of the father, of the mother. And remember now, you would have added your bit to it. Brother, sister, daughter, and son. Very good. Add those to it and make your diagram beautiful. Make it beautiful. And if you're able to explain these things, you know that you're on your way to getting a 1 in CSEC, right? Now, also, I want you to remember that there are different things that may lead to the breakdown in a family. But while there are things that may lead to the breakdown in the family, there are factors that can cause the family to be united. Not true? Note it. What are some of the factors that we looked at that we say can cause the family to be united? You're going to write communication here. Start your sentence properly. There are 4 factors that may cause the family to be unified. And you would start with 1, communication. The family must ensure that they express what is happening in the family. They must ensure that they say what the expectations are, and you begin to write it. The next one, we looked at family time. Spending quality time together as a family will allow the family to grow in love and unity. That is an example. Then we move to support. Support each other. Support persons, whether they're in businesses, whether they are in school, whether they are sick. Support each other, because that will ensure that there is unity. And the last one that we looked at was loyalty and respect. Loyalty to your family is important. Respect in the family is important. A lot of us, we don't respect our elders, we don't respect mommy, we don't respect daddy, but it is important. Mommy ought to respect the children, they have a voice, and the respect goes vice versa. So you would write that, and then you would look now at what are some of the things that lead to the breakdown in the family. You would look at the composition of the family, you would look at family spacing, you would look at inability to carry out your role or just not carrying out your roles effectively. All right? So that was a mouthful. And we want to ensure that we pace ourselves, that we are digesting, we are learning, and that we are getting it all in, because you must get a 1 in social studies CSEC, right? That's the time we have for CSEC social studies.